going to start off with a couple pounds of 90-10 ground beef sirloin. And I've already cooked it. We're going to drain the drippings, get rid of any fat that's in there. And fajita seasoning is what I'm using. The recipe calls for taco seasoning, but a tablespoon of this is good. Now, green chilies, we're going to put those in there. And some chunky salsa, about 2 tablespoons of that. Recipe calls for hot, but I'm using mild. You can use whatever you like. Now a can of refried beans. We're going to put that in there and we're going to mix all this up real good. Now let's start a pot of boiling water for our noodles. I'm using the regular lasagna noodles. These are not oven ready because I only want to cook them halfway. And I'm going to spray a cookie sheet with some of this oil, cooking oil, so that when I'm putting my lasagna together, my noodles don't stick together. Now these are about half cooked and about ready to be put on the cookie sheet. So let's do that now. In a 9x13 casserole dish, we're going to start our first layer with noodles. We're going to top that with half of the meat mixture. Then we're going to go with a layer of cheese. You can use any kind of cheese you'd like. Then we're going to go with a second layer with the rest of the meat mixture and some more cheese. Now make sure and leave some cheese for later on. Now the top layer. And there we have it. It's ready for the first bake. Now we'll want to cover this with foil and bake for 1 hour at 350 degrees. Okay, it's been an hour. Now, cooking time may vary depending on the oven. Now we're going to do the topping. Now I have some salsa mixed with water in this measuring cup here, and I'm going to spread that over the top. Now I'm going to spread this can of black olives over the top and even it out. Add 1 can of diced tomatoes. Now it's time for the sour cream. And a little bit of cheese, or the rest of the cheese is left in the bag. And then I have some cut up green onions I'm going to sprinkle on the top. And then we're going to put this back in the oven for about another 5 minutes or until the cheese melts. And then we're going to let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes. Well, I want to thank you for stopping by, and I really hope you tried this recipe. It is delicioso.